we discussed about basics of the motion in a straight line. Now, briefly, some important points. ప్రీవియస్ వీడియోలో మనం బేసిక్స్ చెప్పుకున్నాము ఈ మోషన్ ఇన్ ఏ స్ట్రైట్ లైన్ అనే చాప్టర్ మీద. ఒకసారి బ్రీఫ్గా మళ్ళీ చెప్పుకొని తర్వాత పాయింట్స్ని కొనసాగిద్దాం. We will continue remaining points. Motion, already we told, it is a common to everyone. It is a common to everyone. ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి ఇది కామన్. ఇది that is definition is change in position of object with time. What is the definition? Change in position of object with time. Here explained the path అంటే ఆ మోషన్ పాత్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ వెళ్ళే దారిని స్ట్రైట్ లైన్లో ఉందనుకోండి, ఇట్ ఈజ్ ఇన్ స్ట్రైట్ లైన్, then the motion is called rectilinear motion. Rectilinear motion, rectilinear, rectilinear motion. Describe the motion of object is related to kinematics. The subject related to kinematics. How to describe? In terms of 3 parameters. 3 parameters లో చెప్పారు. One is displacement, second one is velocity, third one is acceleration. Displacement, velocity, acceleration. These are the 3 major points are used to describe the motion of the object. Not only in straight line, for any path we describe the terms in these 3: displacement, velocity and acceleration. Now go to the next topic is displacement. Displacement is one of the important measurement of motion of the object. So how to describe, how to define displacement? Displacement is a simple definition: short length between 2 points. Short length between 2 points. Short length between 2 points where the object move from one point to another. ఆబ్జెక్ట్ మనం ఏదైతే తీసుకున్నామో ఆ ఆబ్జెక్టు ఒక పాయింట్ నుంచి ఇంకొక పాయింట్కి షార్టెస్ట్ లెంత్లో మూవ్ అయ్యే డిస్టెన్స్నే డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ అంటాం. షార్ట్ లెంత్ బిట్వీన్ 2 points వేర్ ద ఆబ్జెక్ట్ మూవ్ ఫ్రమ్ one point to another. అంటే ఇక్కడ వాట్ ఇస్ ద డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ displacement and distance? Distance is the just measure the length of the path. Measure the length of the path. The path అనేది మేబీ షార్ట్ ఆర్ లాంగ్, వాట్ ఇట్ మేబీ. ఏ పాత్లో అయితే వెళ్తున్నామో ఆ పాత్ మొత్తం కొలిచిదాన్ని, ఆ లెంత్ మొత్తాన్ని ఏమంటాం? డిస్టెన్స్ అంటాం. అది ఓన్లీ మ్యాగ్నిట్యూడే ఉంటుంది, దానికి వాల్యూ మాత్రం ఉంటుంది, అంతేగాని డైరెక్షన్ ఏమి ఉండవు. కానీ డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ వచ్చేసరికి మాత్రం ఆ రెండు పాయింట్ల మధ్య వచ్చే షార్టెస్ట్ పాత్, షార్టెస్ట్ లెంత్ని మాత్రమే డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ అంటాం. సపోజ్ A and B are 2 points. A and B are 2 points. So like example, A here, B here. This is the shortest length. This is the shortest length. Short length. అతి దగ్గరగా ఉన్న దూరం ఏబీల మధ్య ఇది స్ట్రైట్గా షార్ట్ లెంత్. దీన్ని డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్గా ట్రీట్ చేస్తాం. ట్రీటెడ్ యాజ్ డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్. ఇట్లా కాకుండా path, different paths, like as this is one path, this is other path, like this. These are the paths. Okay na? These are related to distances. These are related to distances. Distance. Measuring distance. Okay na? This is also measuring distance, but it is a short length from A to B. Short length. This is called as displacement. Remaining are simply called as distances. Remaining are called as distance. So from A to B, take different paths, different type of paths, straight path or curved paths or other different shape. The length is measured, is taken by along the path, that is taken as a distance. But among these paths, the short length from A to B fixed is called as a displacement. What is that? Displacement. So generally it is noted as X or S or like etc or D etc like that. These are the notations. These are the notation generally mentioned, displacement notation. It is a vector quantity. What is that? Vector quantity. That means it has both magnitude and direction. It has both magnitude and direction. Now, its units are that is measuring units are meters, generally meters. Okay, this is about displacement. But here we are describe the motion in terms of displacement, and then next one is in terms of velocity, and then with respect to acceleration. How? A displacement with respect to only just measuring length only. But that measuring of length with respect to time, by taking the consideration of the time, that concept is related to both velocity and then acceleration. So with respect to time, we measure the motion. That description is related to velocity and acceleration. These are the two more important terms in the study of the motion of a object. Next, velocity. Velocity means, first initially we measure average velocity, and then it is turned to instantaneous velocity, average velocity, and then instantaneous velocity. Simply this is also called as velocity. These are the point. The average velocity means with respect to duration, particular time duration. Well, instantaneous means at instant of the time, at instant of time. These are the differences. With respect to duration, we measure the velocity. Here, with respect to instant of the time, at particular time, we only measure the velocity. But how to define? Simple definition. Velocity v is equal to x by t. Simple definition. Displacement by time. The ratio of displacement by time. This is defined as simply the position of point 1, some x1 to x2 by time duration some t1 by t2. This is the simple definition of average velocity. But it is by taking with respect to instant of time, that is at one time only, that is by tending duration tends to 0 but not equal to 0, tends to 0. That is applied. Simply this is the delta x by, simply called as delta x by delta, because difference we taken x1 minus x2 by t1 minus t2, that's what delta x by delta t. And then applying some velocity, instantaneous velocity definition means the denominator delta t tends to 0. That is limit delta t tends to 0. Delta x by delta t. Here applying limit delta t tends to 0. That means delta t tends to 0 means give the definition of instant of time. Instant time. At particular instant of time is the delta t tends to 0. That's the limit definition. This is simply called as dx by dt. Differentiation of displacement with respect to time is called as velocity. So here the definition of the instantaneous velocity is the rate of change of the displacement. The rate of change of displacement with time is called velocity. And units, displacement is meters, for time is seconds. Meter per second is called measuring units. What are that? Measuring units. This is about instantaneous velocity. Instantaneous velocity V. Here also it is a vector type. Displacement vector V is also vector type. Vector type, that is has both magnitude and direction. Magnitude and direction. Here with respect to motion, the motion with respect to straight line, only straight line. That means either in direction or opposite direction. In direction, same direction or opposite direction. Either plus direction or minus direction. What are the units? Meter per second. Okay, this is about velocity. So next class we discuss about acceleration.